Hello folks, Reloading Bench back with you once again, and today is not so much a product focus. Well, it is on paper, but not on the bench. And as many of you may notice, or some of you, the bench is a little bit cleaner than it's been, and I'm going to say probably a year or two. In fact, I had a bunch of bins way over here, and when I consolidated them, I was amazed at dummy rounds I've made, practice stuff, more dummy rounds, or more real rounds, and a whole bunch of, either range boo-boos or stuff I've found at the range. It looks like I drilled a hole in that one, or somebody did. I don't know, but I was amazed at how much shit is in here, and I have to go through that and consolidate and figure out what I'm going to do with it. But today's video was sparked because of couple things. Well, one major thing. I usually poke around at the gun deals online to see what, I can't live without, or what would be cool to put on the channel, or, all of the above. And one of the things I found, and I'll show these pictures on screen because the printouts, my toner's screwed and the printouts don't really come out really well. But you'll get the idea as I talk about it. What I saw was this M1A 50th anniversary, box set. I think this was from Sportsman's. But, I just thought it was kind of cool. Beautiful walnut, an emblem, a nice box displaying all the goodies. You're paying for it. It's a little bit pricey. But as I was paging through, I also came across, and I've recently done a number of videos on cost per round for 9mm. I had to do the math. There was a box of 100 from, I think, PSA for $22, $22.99, and they're saying 23 cents per round. And I thought, yeah, right. So I went ahead, added a box, did all the calculations, shipped to my local gun shop, add their, 11% plus the $10 delivery fee, and everything came to, I think, just over 48 cents a round. So anytime you see something advertised, and again, your mileage may vary because of the state you live in. My state imposes a bunch of restrictions. So that was the first thing. This was the second thing I saw. And the third thing I saw, and this is what's triggering this video, no pun intended, was an auto ordnance M1. It happens to be an OD green as a tanker version, not my thing. But it struck a chord with me because for years I have wanted a Thompson M1. And this is what I remember a few years ago. I saw it posted in one of the classifieds. It was California compliant. So it had, a grip fin thing here. This was removed. And it did come with a stick and a drum, and both of them were pinned to 10 rounds. And it had, not this exact case, but a very similar case. But I think they wanted like 33 or 3,500 for it at the time. And again, this was a few years ago, and I thought, yeah, that's just, timing wasn't right, money wasn't right, but I've always wanted one of these. So I started poking around, and what I found online is, yeah, you can find a California compliant / legal version of this thing for not a bad price. Doesn't come with, this setup, but at least it gets you into the pew-pew. But what I found was a little bit of a bummer was, regardless of what site I went to that offers a California legal, this is obviously not the price I'll pay, because I'll get hit with, there's $1,800, so that's $2,000 after tax. Another $1.25 for delivery fee, that's 21 and change. 11% on top of that, that's 23 and change. So, the price goes up by hundreds of dollars because of my residence and the new laws and restrictions. But what I found interesting was they show the picture of the original Thompson, and then they talk about California compliance. You have a grip fin. The forward grip is removed and replaced with standard handguard. So it won't look like this. And, I don't have a problem. And this is, I guess, what the grip will look like. But then the other pictures don't show what the actual rifle looks like. So here's the grip fin that has to go on and neuter it. And I think this is what it will look like. Obviously, there'll be a fin on it, but I don't know if it has the ribbed barrel or the straight, smooth barrel. And again, this is probably the grip, the forend that it will come with. Obviously, not a 30-round magazine. And if it is a 30-round, it'll be pinned to 10, and I'm guessing it'll be a 10, probably a 10-round. And again, the different versions. An M1. This is actually from Auto Ordnance. And here is the 1927A-1, where you can see, and hopefully when I show the picture, that ribbed barrel. That's the cooler barrel. So I can't tell from any of the descriptions if I would get the M1 or the A1, because they're a little shady. And here's a better description or a better picture. There's the smooth barrel versus the ribbed barrel. And I would prefer the ribbed barrel. And again, this is the real McCoy in terms of what I'd really like to get with the foregrip, the drum, none of the neutering, and a good shot of that ribbed, I don't know if the ribbed is the right word, but that cool looking rifle barrel. So I was able to find online one picture of what I think, and again, here's the ribbed barrel. I don't know if it would come with that. And if this is California compliant because of the fin, then this drum magazine would have to be pinned to 10 rounds. But whether drum pinned to 10 or stick pinned to 10 or 10 round stick with the fin, I would still like to pick one of these up. I'm at a point in life where, gee, I wish I would have taken this particular offer at the time, but timing and money wasn't right. But I think this is the coolest old 45 semi-automatic. And I remember sometime in 2024 being out at the range, and a guy had a 22 long rifle version of this. It looked exactly like this, and only it was 22 long rifle. And I can't remember if that had the rib barrel and the foregrip because it was 22 long rifle, and I don't know if there's any difference between 22 long rifle, meaning a rim fire versus center fire. I'd have to go back and look at the laws. There are so many laws, restrictions, and limitations within my state. But if anybody is aware, because none of the websites actually show the exact configuration you would be receiving, which is a little bit of a bummer, because spending over $2,000 on something and not having the exact depiction, nobody wants to go to the local gun shop, open the box, and find out, oh, it's not what I thought. I thought I was getting the rib barrel. So I know I would be getting this forend, not the grip. It would be a fin, and it would be a magazine. But I don't know about the barrel. None of the ads that I found or the postings truly go into that detail. So that would be, actually calling out to the local manufacturer to say, hey, what's your California compliant version actually have? And is there any way to get a picture? Which brings me to my last comment / request is, if anybody knows who's got one in California, or who's got one that's California compliant and accurate pictures of its California compliant configuration, please let me know. I've found that has worked well in the past when making a video on something I'm trying to find, and the YouTube community out there, the GunTube community out there knows where this stuff is at. So I'll probably take a peek-see on Gunbroker and see what's up there, but that's even a more painful cost adventure, because you've got Gunbroker, final price, Gunbroker charges there roughly 11%. Then I'd have to do my state's 11% plus tax, plus a delivery fee, plus. So it gets really expensive really quickly. But I would love to find, maybe I'll end on this one. I think that's the dream right there, to pick something like that up, obviously with not that configuration, but this barrel, the straight forend, a fin and pinned to 10 rounds, both a drum and a stick. That would be way cool. And I don't even know if, again, I have to research the laws in California, if the stick can be removable, because I've seen online where some people make the stick permanent and you have to separate the top and the bottom, kind of like an AR-15, but we'll see. All right, that's it for now.